right now, we have ourselves a very special guest. That would be Jacob Shaffelburg, who you can see there on your monitor, joining us here on OneNation, now of Nashville. And please, can you just move your head to the side a little bit so we can appreciate the mullet?
The mullet.
That you have growing in.
Mullet magician. Look at him.
Is this a Nashville thing? Like, are you doing it because you're in Nashville? Or are you like, I'm doing this because I like mullets?
I've kind of always wanted to do one, but
Jacob.
I just never did it until I came here, and I thought I was in the right place to do it as well. Nashville, mullets, and everything. I have the curls in the back, so I thought I had the hair for it, so why not do it?
Like, Jacob, are you pulling up to training with like a cowboy hat and all sorts and boots, or like what's going on?
No, not yet. I haven't gone full Nashville. I'm taking it in strides.
Jeez. I always ask people this, though, who go to Nashville, because I've been there for work only, sadly. But have you visited Tootsie's yet?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I know. I got to go then.
Yeah. Well, quick little story. My experience in Nashville, I went there thinking I was buying authentic cowboy boots. I was so proud of my purchase. Came home, looked at the tag, made in Quebec. So you know what? Canadians apparently still make the best cowboy boots. I want to go back in time a little bit with you, Jacob, because I may or may not have said on one of our shows that I didn't think it was very smart for Toronto FC to let you go.
You did say that.
I did say that. That's confirmed. What was that whole ordeal like? Like, take us back in time where here you are, you were Toronto FC, things are looking good for you, and you go on loan, this move happens, and now you're permanently with Nashville. What experience was that like as a player?
I think it was pretty good, considering how other moves and loans go down. I was pretty in the loop with the idea of getting loaned out. I wasn't getting that many minutes in Toronto, and there wasn't really like a light at the end of the tunnel for me, it felt like. So a loan from both parties kind of felt like the right move. And there's a few teams kind of floating around, but in the end, Nashville popped up, and I couldn't be happier that it was them that came in. And yeah, the rest is I just been working hard here and having a great time with everyone.
You've been really successful, 2 goals in 3 games, but please tell me, first question, what was going on with the celebration, brother? Well, like, break it down for me.
So I don't like to hype myself up before games. I kind of like to downplay myself. So in the locker room before, everyone was talking about what the goal celebration was, but I don't like to get in my head that I'm going to score. So I kind of take that pressure off, I guess. So then eventually I did score, which I had no idea what the celebration was. I knew like half of it, but apparently I was supposed to reenact my goal while they were playing FIFA. It was confusing. But that's what happened. I just like kind of like to downplay myself a little bit, so I take that pressure off. But yeah, it's weird, but that's just how I work.
I like it. I got a follow-up question. Mukhtar, I watched him play in Denmark for Brøndby, heck of a player. He plays you a weighted pass going to your left foot. Now tell everyone and be honest, did you just slap it as hard as you could, or you knew, hey, I'm going near post, top cheese, or you try to go across the keeper? Because for me, I know I'm a defender, a midfielder. I'm shooting, and sometimes I just hit it as hard as I can and try to get my body over it and hope for the best. Did you aim to go there, or what was
No. No, I was going far post,
I love it.
and it just happened to come up a little bit, but it looked nice, so I'll take it.
You take that, man. A goal's a goal, brother.
Goal's a goal.
Yeah, it's and you're looking good, and I know Jordan's always said has already commented on the start that you've had, and I know it's early in the season, but what do you feel makes Nashville special and can contend this year?
I think defensively, we haven't given up a goal yet in 3 games. So we're really strong defensively, and the counterattack right now we have going is really good as well. As well as just everyone being on the same page from the goalie to the striker. We have that one goal. I feel like, we don't get on each other. We keep pushing throughout the 90 minutes. So it just feels special to be on the field with everyone, just grinding it out or whatever it may be, celebrating, whatever. But, it feels it's a special group here.
You could see that. You could see that there's so much chemistry within the group. Tell me a little bit about, or tell us a little bit about Gary Smith, your manager. Like, what effect does he have on the group? Or
he has a big effect. Yeah, he has a big effect. He's been great. He gets the points across before going to matches, so we're all on the same page. Obviously, it starts with him with how we're going to play, what we're going to do, who we're lining up against. So he makes it clear how we're going to play, what we're going to do, and yeah, it's been really helpful.
Jacob, we're looking ahead, and of course we know it's going to be a really big cycle for the Canadian men's national team. Nations League is here, Gold Cup, there's a chance to play in Copa America. Obviously, there's a home World Cup. There are going to be games played in Canada. And we know John Herdman is always looking for new faces as well. There's going to inevitably be turnover. There's just some older guys too on the team. I know you got a call up, a few years back and had that experience. I guess firstly, what was that experience like? And secondly, what would it mean to be back with the team?
It's always amazing to be called in. Just seeing all the great players that Canada has from overseas, seeing all their amazing abilities that they have, how fast they are, all that stuff. So it's really cool to see the first few times, but I feel like now I'm growing, getting a bit older. So it's more those first few times, it's like you're almost in awe. But this time I feel like if I get called back or if I whenever that may be, I feel like I'll be able to prove myself a bit more rather than just kind of looking around and just seeing everyone that's there, but more so trying to fit in with them or trying to compete as well. But it's always an amazing experience.
Listen, you're a good Nova Scotia boy, and there was a lot of hype being made there too when Toronto went and played against Halifax. And I know you had spoken a little bit about it, but now when you look back on that experience, just the soccer culture that's there and kind of how cool is it to be able to play there?
Oh, it's amazing. I've said this before, but growing up, all I had was, not all, but nothing against Acadia, but that's the university that I grew up watching my brother at, and I thought those just were the best players, watching them. I thought it was the coolest thing. I want to do that. So now to have all these young kids in Nova Scotia have a professional team with MLS teams even come in to play them, it's got to be one of the coolest things to see, and really helpful for those young players coming up.
I know that. Listen, we were pretty stoked. I know guys on Toronto FC were happy for you to even be able to go back there and be this great representative, not just for Toronto FC, but to the point that you just made for Canadian soccer. And that's why I kind of correlate the two between being called up to the national team and just who you are as well and where you've come from and where soccer has grown in Halifax. That's part of it, right? Do you feel, I know that here you are saying, well, listen, I'd like to get more call-ups to the national team, but do you already feel the impact that you've had on the soccer community in this country?
I'm not sure yet, I guess. I hope I'm having a big impact. But I guess I haven't quite seen a lot of that in Nova Scotia yet for just me. I think I would like to help out a bit more when I go back home with Soccer Nova Scotia. I don't know. I'd like to be asked to come help out whenever that may be when I'm back home, because I'm always free when I go home to help out. And I know for myself, when I was growing up, I would love to have someone come in and either just pick around or talk. So I guess this is a free invitation if they want to ask me, whenever I'm home at Christmas, I'm available to come in and help out or say whatever. So
anyone listening? Anyone?
You heard it here
first.
Is
Is this Mike?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Jacob, it's been a pleasure. I just want to, as I've retired, I want to right my wrongs and apologize. As a York United player, we played TFC and Can Champs 2021. I was annoyed that Jimbo left me on the bench. Anyways, you were in my way while I started to try to play the game faster. And I pushed you out the way, buddy. I just want to apologize and say you're a heck of a player, and I'm sorry for that push. I didn't call you a name, but I pushed you out the way, and now I'm looking at you scoring goals week in, week out, and I'm just man, I pushed that guy. I feel accomplished.
Yeah, I appreciate the apology, but no hard feelings here. All love.
Keep killing it, brother. Good luck. I have a very good feeling that you'll be wearing the red and white real soon. So just do your best and keep killing it, man.
I appreciate this. Thank you, guys.
Jacob, your response should have been, What push? I didn't feel anything. What are
you
talking
pushed me? I didn't feel that.
Is that what that was? I thought the wind picked up.
The wind just hit his jersey real quick.
Anyways, Jacob, you're a ton of fun to talk to, and I really do hope that out in Halifax they take you up on that offer, because I think that would make a lot of young soccer players happy, and we're happy watching you be successful in Major League Soccer. Thanks for taking the time on OneNation.
Thank you, guys.
Jacob Shaffelburg in the Moulet making an appearance.
Good old mullet. I like it.
I like
Yeah,
that.
sweetheart.